it's time. We gotta end this somewhere. We gotta end the Void Within plot somewhere. It started like 2 years ago, and I'm not even exaggerating. I'm pretty sure it started in the summer of 2024. I was young. I just got back into Neopets, the advent calendar before. I was like, oh, a plot. I finally understand how things go. So we go on this long adventure, and then in 2024, in August, I take a break from Neopets because I'm tired of it. That will come to bite me in the rear because I am like 800 points away from max trophy, which is fine. I'll just suffer. That's someone is to suffer. I'll take on the suffering. That's fine. And then we go through all of 2025. And then there was like a 9 month break. And then the plot comes back. We get a lot of battling. We're like, where is Orion? He is the link to all of this. And then in the final couple of chapters, we get Orion. We are tuning into the final chapter of the Void Within plot. To recap, everything was gray in Neopets, and there was like a weird like lizard shaman something that opened up the void, and then the little voidlings started popping up in Neopets, and then land started going gray. It's Drakara. All the way in the end, she's still salty at Fiora, which like low-key, yeah. So we're gonna see how all of this ends. I am not gonna read to y'all's. If there's a big paragraph chunk, I'm skipping to the summary. I want to see what what happened with Orion. That's everyone's number one thing, even though I know that's not going to be satisfactory. I know what this is going to be is Nyx and Ozzy. Well, look, the family saves the thing. What is the one from Frozen where the sisters hugged and that was true love's kiss? It wasn't the evil guy. I know that's what this is gonna be. It's gonna be some nice Disney stuff that no one can really argue with. But there's so many unanswered questions. We're not getting any of them. How's King Roo? How's the count? How? Because King Altador was the only one out there fighting. Anyways, I'm about to click into this. I haven't really been doing Neopets this past week. I've low-key been having a great week, and so I've just been like living life offline. But it's time to wrap this up. It is time to wrap this up. That was one of my longer introductions. But the Void Within plot, here's the end of it. I'm not reading to y'all. If there's a big chunk of paragraph, I'm skipping the summary. I don't got the time. I don't have the time. My prediction is that I'm going to be unsatisfied no matter what. So let's rip off the band-aid and let's rock on. Void friends. Iridessa, take us away one last time. Chapter 18. Oh, now they want to have chapters. One of these past two should have had some chapters. So, what do we have here? He said world devoid of vibrancy. Look at that. When I painted all those lands and turned all those people gray, gasp. Look at that. Basically, Ozzy kind of like low-key sucks. I don't like him. But he was controlled by Vera, who was controlled by the benevolent, the maleficent being. That's not the word. Maleficent? That's not the word either. Malevolent being. Anyways, what happened to Vera? Because Vera was fighting Drakara, and Drakara kind of just flicked her like a little bug. What happened to Vera? What happened to Vera? What's gonna be the thing that like changes Neopets forever? Because I know when they teased this, they said like there's something like fundamental about Neopets that's gonna change. We'll see. Anyways, look, poor little Hubert hot dog. Little Hubert didn't deserve that. And so Ozzy's realizing it's the summer of realizing stuff. It's me realizing you can't make me read all of that. You can't. What's going on, Ozzy? That strange Ogren, Orion, not. This video is going to be long enough. This video is going to be like an hour. I already feel it. It is because they're disrespecting Orion. Ozzy, even your dog wouldn't stand by your side, so I wouldn't start throwing around negativity about Orion, but let's go. That very handsome, young, dashing Ogren, Orion, yeah, that's his name, because of course you remember his name. He kind of saved all of us. Rewrote that for y'all. Orion said that the giant monster we're fighting can only exist in worlds devoid of vibrance. I think I know how that feels, because when I used the acrimonious paintbrush to rid the lands of Neopia of their color and vibrance, I felt a lot stronger and more confident too. Could the acrimonious paintbrush be the key to defeating I think I know what we need to do to weaken the Void Beast, but I need Iridasa's help. So that's what all this is saying. Ozzy a little bit evil. Ozzy's the reason why everything's been like gray for 2 years, but then we're gonna forgive him because of power of family. Yay! Also, PSA, outside of Neopets, you don't have to forgive your family. Not for me being a hater, but like, if you went to the Space Academy and your brother turned everything gray and evil because like he thought that you abandoned him even though you didn't, you don't have to forgive him. Anyway, this is Iridessa. This is Ozzy. He's like, Iridessa, I need your help. And so there goes a little zrap. And there's the color. Collect prize. The broken paintbrush magic box. That's going to live in my safety deposit box forever. Here's more stuff. So it looks like colors coming on out. Ook, goik, yurk, ook, yow. That's what that creature just said. And the color is coming back. What is this? With the resounding snap, Ozzy shatters the acrimonious paintbrush and color rushes back to the grayed out land it had been sapped from. Neopia has finally restored its former vibrant glory, and you are there to witness the historic event with your own eyes. Okay. Okay, things are coming back. Yay, everything's coming back. Yep. Ozzy did it. Now's our chance. So that's Ozzy's sister, the one that abandoned him. Void empowered Nyx. Nyx was being disrespectful last week, so I'm not going to tell you what I think happens to her, what I want to happen to her, because we got things to do. So we have this. We have all the fighting. Insert shrew. K X Lokir GQ Uxpug Yuk Yoha. And so there, these two are on fire. Nyx is fully void. There we go. There we go. We gotta speed through this. My laptop is too slow for all of this. And so now we have Nyx Yukrov. And then there's a little dog pulling on everything. Oh no! You're being sucked into the void because you're being disrespectful to Orbeon. But through the power of friendship, zhish, it closes up. Oof. Ain't that right, Tavi? And the whole crew back. And we're gonna just forgive Ozzy? We're gonna just forgive Ozzy. That's crazy. We did it. I told y'all it was a power of love and friendship and magic was going to save everything. Is everyone okay? Probably not. Wazzy, are you safe? Where's Junie? Yip. I'm okay too. I think Styx. Oh no, Styx, are you there? Arf. Thank goodness. Lux, you good over there? Yes, I think so. It's hard to tell with how happy everyone is right now, but I'm pretty sure I'm okay too. So that means it's over. I can't believe it. All that sadness and destruction, it's finally over. Not quite yet, Lux. There's still a lot of rebuilding to do. I'm sorry. Let me guess, everyone's gonna forgive him. I'm gonna forgive him. That whatever. It's not your fault, Ozzy. Who painted the lands gray? Yep. He has a point. Next, Ozzy did cause some of this, and y'all's hate Tavi. The voice of reason. You can't make me hate Tavi. You can't. I'm sorry. He low-key caused all of this. Not directly, but indirectly. But that's bad enough. He did worse things than Vera, in my opinion. But the power of family and friendship and love, he's gonna walk his way on up out of this. Maybe, but it's not all his fault. A lot of it was my fault too. If I never left, then none of this would have happened at all. Ooh, okay. Nyx feels guilt. She left, and then Ozzy turned evil. But if we're gonna blame Nyx, why not blame the parents for dying? Like, how far back are we going? Let's go back to the great-great-great-grandparents then. If we're gonna blame Nyx, who I don't like, but like... whatever. Let's get through this. But that's beside the point. I didn't just mean outdoor or Neopia when we have to rebuild. I mean us. Yep, yep. Yeah, I'm okay. Or I will be. I messed up leaving you alone for so long, Ozzy. I mean, I didn't know I would get sucked into a void rift and end up missing out on 22 years of your life. But that doesn't change the fact that I wasn't there when you needed me. I hate Nyx. But Nyx also had to work like 7 jobs to keep a roof over Ozzy's head. And then no one wanted to buy his flop art. And then whenever people were interested in it, he kind of sucked. So is Ozzy going to take some responsibility? Or am I going to be real upset with how this ends? I'm going to be real upset. I already knew when I clicked on this little story. No more excuses. No more justifications. I'm sorry, Ozzy. I'm truly, truly sorry. And he just his little hand on his little thing. Thank you for saying that, Nixie. I know now that things weren't easy for you either. I couldn't see it at the time because everything was so dark, but after everything that's happened, I can see past the dark clouds a little better now. I don't know where we go from here, but I want to try to make things better too, and not just between us, with everyone. Yip, yip, yip. Arf, arf. That's the spirit. And you two aren't the only ones with some personal rebuilding to do. I also got some mountains I still need to climb. This whole venture has taught me a lot. Yes, it has. Who would have thought Tavi would have been my favorite out of this band of misfits at the end of all this? Who would have thunk? But here we are. I can't just keep my bridges burned. I want to repair them, so I'm going to reach out to my old climbing friends and apologize for my part in everyone splitting up. Okay, girl. I don't expect them to forgive me, and they don't have to, but I do want them to know that the way I treated them wasn't fair, though I guess they already know that. But if they didn't know, then on Neverpine, I'm apologizing, and that's that. Hee hee. That's the Tavi I know. What about you? What about you? You can call me whatever you like, Tavi. I may not be Bailey anymore, but that nickname and all you've done for me will always have a special place in my heart. As for what comes next, I'm not really sure. I know I want to help rebuild. That's no problem for an expert artificer like you. Thank you, Lexina. But I'm not entirely certain that's who I am anymore. Rather, that's all I am. I still have so much to learn about myself. Finding my name was only part of this. For the first time, I feel like there's a whole world of possibilities and opportunities before me. Like the fog over my life has been lifted and the sun can shine through again. I hope that wasn't too sentimental, not at all. In fact, I think you might be on to something. Okay, let's go. Queen Fiora. Did we all say it together? And they're like, huh? You all know. It's fine. It's like okay. It's like in Scooby-Doo, when they pull off the mask and they're in unison, they're like, the mayor. That's what I'm guessing. Like, it's not just Luxina saying it, it's everyone saying it. And I love wasting time on silly things. I just know that there's no resolution to this plot I'm gonna like. And I'm waiting to see what happens with Bestie Orion, and I fear we're not gonna wrap that up. But Queen Fiora's here. Oh, look at her. Okay, she didn't die. Where's Vera? Speaking of people that died. Bestie Vera, okay? Anyways. Fiora's okay. And so is Orion. Look at that. It seems whoever was possessing him is gone. For now, at least. I left him with Marina for the time being to ensure he gets proper rest. The highs and lows and then highs again in this one sentence. Queen Fiora's okay. I don't know how that happened because she was zapped and she was losing power and she was supposed to give out all of her power to help Iridessa get more power. Does Queen Fiora have powers? Orion's yay! Because it was looking real rough in the end of those panels. He came through, told everyone what they needed to do, and they were, I was going to use a word that I can't say on YouTube, but they were lollygagging. And then finally Ozzy's like, wait, maybe that very handsome Ogren, who's very funny and talented, and I wish I was him, maybe I should listen to what he had to say. And he did, because Orion was right. Now, if you don't know, because why would you? Maybe you would if you've watched a lot of my videos. I have beef with Marina. Marina oversees the healing springs, and I can't stand her. And every 30 minutes, you go to her after your pet just lost to Wickavic in the little battle. You're like, hey, Marina Mama, can you please heal up the Pedialyte? I need 223 HP. And she's like, oh, well, 3 HP is the best I could do. And then whenever you just accidentally hit healing springs through doing your dailies, you don't need anything, that's when she fully heals all your Neopets. Miss Marina Mama is not going to do anything for Orion. Can Orion not go to the hospital? Why are my pets volunteering in the Neo hospital if Orion cannot get access to that medical care? Why don't you have King Altador go to Marina and take a chance and you get a bunch of sticky snowballs when you really need the HP? Or she gives you 7 HP, or you forget to change what pet needs the HP and she gives you full HP to the pet that has like 3 HP total. I don't trust Marina. Me and Marina. Oh, Orion's in Marina's care. He'll have a lot of time to rest because it's not like she's good at her job. It's okay. But like, no, actually it's not okay. I think the pets at the Neo hospital who are volunteering should be helping Orion. The same way that they're helping everyone else. I guess Queen Fiora went to Marina and is all good and done, but what about it? Whatever. Who cares? Anyways, we're back. Queen Fiora says this. As for myself, it appears that when the gray painter broke the acrimonious paintbrush, vibrancy returned not only to Neopia, but to those affected by the gray as well. Except for you, Ozzy, because you're fundamentally flawed. Oh, I'm so glad everyone will be alright. Once everyone was evacuated from Fairyland, I came back to help fight Volkivus. My help was not needed, though. You all defeated him before I could make it. Girl, you were helping a whole lot before. Ooh, these fairies. Ooh, they're gonna make me upset. This is getting upset at a children's game. That's a great way to be spending my day. I'm proud of you all. Thank you, Your Majesty. Ah, about that. I'm afraid I will no longer hold the title of queen. Is this it? Is this what's changing fundamentally on Neopets? Queen Fiora's not queen anymore? Ooh. But you can't. Fairy needs you. Neopia needs you. While I appreciate your protest, I disagree. Neopia no longer needs a fairy queen. Not after all the mistakes I've made. If you skip the last, just read the last like 5 chapters in the plot. That's truly all that matters. Queen Fiora turned Drakara gray for the funs of it. So that's why Drakara got her lick back and caused a little void, whatever. So what was that little like Techo hissy thing? The shaman opened everything up. Who cares? Anyways, bye girl. Bye girl. Let library fairy step up. And it's like, why is she like, because all... Is this just impacting the fairies? Are we getting rid of all royalty, or will there no longer be a monarchy in Neopia? Because I don't know. Let me actually read. What if we kept reading and we didn't stop? But do not mistake this as me shrinking my responsibilities. I owe Neopia for all I've done harm to it. I too will find myself making amends in my own way without the authority of the crown. She's giving up the crown. Yo. Giving up the crown, but not shrinking your responsibilities. Okay, girl. But what about Fairyland? I believe a fairy council should be formed to watch over Fairyland and help guide Neopia in my place. 1. I hope I can trust the 2 of you to assemble. I don't know how much I can do since there's still so much that needs to be done in New Fairyland, but it would be an honor to help in any way I can. I'll do what I can as well. Together we'll find what's best for Fairyland. Thank you. Now there's one more order of business. Wazzy? Yes, Your Majesty? There's no reason to be intimidated, my friend. In fact, I wish to commend you for all you've done. Me? Yes, you've been through a great ordeal, Grey Painter. But you're not to blame. Not solely, anyhow. In many ways, your suffering was my fault too. What I did to Drakara is ultimately what had her set on you in the path to destruction. But you have taken the first step in righting your wrongs. It's time for me to atone as well. So I'm asking you, young Ozzius, Ozzy the Great Painter, have you found yourself on this journey? I have to think. Excellent. Then I'd like to offer you the opportunity to reflect that in your appearance to show Neopia who you truly are inside and out. And so, once the rainbow fountain is repaired, would you like to tip a dip in it? What? So Ozzy's saying is that he's gray, and he's gonna turn down being gray, because being gray is who he is. I already predicted. Ozzy's not gonna want to be gray. And we don't have Queen Fiora anymore. If I call her Queen Fiora for the next 20 years, whatever. Orion's okay. We're all supposed to just forgive Ozzy. Okay. I don't have to be gray anymore? Sigh. I'm sorry, Queen Fiora, but I must respectfully decline. Called it. Oh? So much of this started because I didn't like myself. The whole world felt drab and gray and gloomy, so I thought I was doomed to be the same. I don't know how to love myself. I needed other people to love me instead. Ozzy. But I don't need that anymore. I think I can finally start looking on the sunny side of things, even if it's still hard for me. I accept who I am. I'm Ozzy, and I'm no longer the great painter, just a great Ural, and I'm worthy of love because of that, not despite it. Here, here, arf, arf. And of course, I couldn't forget about you, little one. Are you happy now that you've been reunited with your friend? Ruff, arf, arf, arf. What's that? You want to match him? No, do not ruin Stone Turn Sticks Gray. To match Ozzy. Oh. Oh. I see. So you want to be turned gray again. Who am I to argue with that? If that'll make you happy, I'll gladly see that it's done. And with that, I must bid you a farewell. There's so much to set in order in Fairyland that can rebuild, and the wounds of our past come again to heal. Goodbye, everyone. Wait. Yes, Ozzy? Queen Fiora, or just Fiora? I'm sorry. For everything I've done, I'm sorry. I didn't mean for any of it to happen, and I know you know that, but I still chose to grow out all those lands, and I still chose to hurt people. What I did was terrible. Apologizing isn't enough. There has to be something I can do, because I caused all of this. It wasn't but it was my fault. I was sad and lonely. I didn't know how to deal with this, so I tried to hurt the world to make myself feel better. I need to atone for what I've done. I understand we've made mistakes. We'll have to work towards fixing them. Just know I'll support you every step of the way, okay? Thank you, Nixie. You have a generous heart, and I understand your sentiment. But it's not my place to decide on any more punishments. Even if my intentions were noble, I caused enough problems in the past thinking I was enacting justice. But if you're truly set on atonement, we'll have to leave it to the council. Luxina, Iridessa, what do you think? I think I may know what he's feeling, and I think I know just how we can fix things and make everything right. Okay. Let's get through this. Let's keep chugging along. Let's go. Now, what is this? It's a little wheel. Is that Vera? Look, it's a little Lord King Altador with the little crab bot. There's Marina. Where's Orion? Because Marina's watching Orion and already abandoned. That's great. Lost the patient. What if the cursed being comes back? Who was cursing him? I knew I wasn't going to be happy with this. What if we let Vera dip in the rainbow fountains and she thinks that she's ugly and she was evil because she thought she was ugly? Oh, there's Dr. Lancelot or whatever his name is. Okie dokie. A friendship bracelet. Through the power of friendship, all will be forgiven. I'm not reading that. You cannot make me read that. There's everyone. They're giving each other gifts. There's a party. They really did turn sticks gray. What is this? What is this? What's going on? Colors come back to Neopia, and everyone's working hard to fix all the damage. I and the people I thought were my friends caused. But I have new friends now, and they're taking a break to visit Nyx and me at our house. Luxina, Iridessa, Tavi all brought some housewarming gifts. We had a party. It still feels weird to be happy around them, and I got tired quickly. But it's been nice to spend time with friends who actually care about my sister and me. Speaking of Nyx, Tavi asked with her to go on a mission to Brightvale. I wonder what she's gonna say. What is this? Thanks for the offer to join your hike, Tavi, but I'm gonna stay here. If our adventure taught me anything, it's that I belong with my bro. I promise I won't leave you, Agazi. Nixie. I appreciate you, Nixie. I do, but I need to learn how to stand on my own 2 feet. I need to learn to see colors in the world, not just shades of gray. So we just forgave him. Color returns backward. We just all forgave him. Did we vote? Did the fairy council vote? Because I didn't cast my vote. I don't forgive him. Look at the Simpsons house that they're in. That's fine. Let's keep going. We're almost through. We're almost through. We're almost through. We're almost done. You deserve to go on all the adventures you ever dreamed of. Was I? Just promise you'll visit often. Thank you. Oh, I will. Goodbye, everyone. I'll see you all soon. Is this the end? So I made it to the end of the... Uh... Uh... Mm. You've been going above and beyond in your effort. I get 10 of this, and I've been working hard for completing all the fearless deeds in the act. I get the malevolent being cloak. Thank you. I did complete all the fearless deeds. I may have taken a month off like 2 years ago, and that's gonna bite me in the bum because I am like 4,000 off from getting the thing, but I can't get the 4,000 because it's whatever. I'm not gonna get the 4,000. I'm not gonna get it's whatever. It's whatever. It's whatever. It's whatever. I want max trophy. Who cares? Not me. So Neopets just is like is colorful now. Okay. Okay. Um. Where's Orion? Okay. What if we did some dailies as I try to process the last 2 years? As I try to process the last 2 years. Let's do some dailies. Let's collect void essences, even though I don't think this does much anymore. We'll see. So the big Neopets changing event is we no longer have Queen Fiora. We have the Fairy Council, led by Iridessa and Luxina. Who else is on the fairy? Is it all the fairies? People aren't gray anymore. I thought like Fairyland was gonna go back in the sky. I thought it was gonna be something that like changed their gameplay. I thought we were gonna get like a new daily out of this, like how with like Attack on Altador we have a new daily. I mean, I guess you can do those little games and whatever, but like Attack on Altador sucks. Tea time with Tavi? Is this? Because I came in saying it's fun. Why couldn't the change be these two DoorDash their lunch and they come in when I play, so I don't have to deal with them being gone all the time? So it's just the colors back to Neopia. Vera's fine, I guess. So we forgive Ozzy but not Vera. It's because everyone hates women. That's crazy. I don't, like, what can I say about Orion? Besides the fact that that was not satisfactory. Why was Orion chosen to be possessed? Who was possessing him? Where is he? We checked on Marina in the comic, and I just checked the healing spring. She was doing nothing. Am I supposed to just not see him ever again? Are we sure? Are we sure? I knew this was going to be some nonsense with Ozzy and his sister. But, okay. I thought we were going to get like a little council chamber or something with Aura. So I'm supposed to just never see him again? Didn't Neopets say something about like a bonus epilogue or whatever? I don't have time for the bonus epilogue. Guess I'm gonna have to figure out what prizes I'm getting. I got a lot of like the stamps and such. Because as you saw, I completed all the fearless deeds. I just went through and purchased a bunch of stuff. Most of like the higher tier stuff will be only like what, a week or two after the event ends to like use it. I don't know. This, and I know y'all are gonna remind me in the comments, but we're leaving a lot on the table that's not resolved. Is Drakara dead? Like, can you kill people in Neopets? She's gone. The void whatever thing is gone, even though I don't think we killed all of his HP. I think when this final chapter came out, TNT's just like, I'm done. Also, speaking of that, I didn't get the avatar. I didn't get the little battle wand. Dealing 100,000 damage, I did the math. And because my pet's not super strong, it would have taken like 500 battles. And I don't have it in me, so I missed out on the avatar. Lucky for me, I don't care about avatars, and I've been back on Neopets for almost 3 years, and I don't give a care for the avatars, so I'm gonna live without that. Kind of wish I had the cool Battledome weapon, but whatever. I guess I can just train for the next 3 years to do a plot, but I'm also dreading the idea of another plot coming, but I know this is the time to start training. Also, I'm gonna miss my Codestone drops. I'm gonna need my Codestone drops and my Nerk mid drops. They're taking it away. I'm gonna have to, what, buy Nerk mids and Codestones now? That's terrible. I'm also, like, live processing how that was just, like, the 2 years just ended. Because we all forgave Ozzy. I didn't. I think they threw away my vote in the Fairy Council because I wasn't invited to the vote. I wasn't invited. That's crazy. The Grundo's not gray anymore. Is the omelet back? Is the omelet back? Because when things started going gray, I thought it was funny. It was funny when the bank manager went gray. Didn't feel a lot for the discarded Grundo. It was the omelet that truly got me. Because what do you mean? The giant omelette is gray. Why is the giant omelette gray? Are we back? We're back. We're back. The omelet is back after like 2 years. That was also crazy because they took out like the bank manager and like Hubert from Hubert's Hot Dog. What is the omelet sentient? Is that was that? Who knows? Can we no longer get gray omelets? That's the thing. What am I gonna do with all this void stuff? Will it be worth anything in the future? I'm sure like the prizes are. And like those like rare drops and stuff from the Battledome. Well, can't win them all. That's my philosophy. I did what I could in the Battledome. I got the prizes I could get. And if I don't get everything, that's fine. I'll still be playing Neopets in the next 5 years when the next plot comes. How's everyone else? How's King Rue doing? Because we had the whole like royal council that came together at the very beginning when stuff was gray, and then and I know we're leaving. I know that's the end. I don't have any more ways to get answers, but that was it. The 2-year saga ends there. We sure? But he's green again. He was gray for 2 years. This feels odd. Why do I have notifications? That's fine. I'm relieved the plot is over. I'm upset we didn't get so many answers. I'm upset the last 3 weeks provided more answers than the past 2 years did. There's so much left unanswered that I don't know. I don't know, like, there's just so much left unanswered. Is Vera gonna come back? Are they gonna reference this in the advent calendar? What is going on? I don't even know what to say. Like, I know we, like as a Neopets community, we all wanted this to be over with, like, a year and a half ago. And TNT had their back up against the wall, and nothing they were going to do was going to satisfy anyone. And I guess in a children's game, forgiveness is the answer, and you have to take responsibility for what you did. Yada yada yada. Cool. But can we have like a press release for everything else? I don't know. Like, I shouldn't feel relief that this is over. I wish I would feel like satisfied. But I don't feel satisfied. It's like I took a test and I know I didn't ace the test, but it's over with. Now I don't have to worry about it. It's whatever. It's over with. That's over with. Goodbye to the plot. Goodbye to the Void Within. This was the first plot I was a part of. That's fine. That's fine. I'm gonna battle it out, and then everything will be fine, I guess. I don't know. I wish there was, like, a little bit more I could say. But there's not. What else can I say? What am I gonna do without my 80 Doctor's Bottoms? Ooh, does that mean I have to actually dress up Chevy Equinox to be a battle? Ugh, Chevy Equinox is my plot pet. Also, I changed Orbidon. Orbidon's here. Orbidon's a mushroom. Orbidon was always going to be a mushroom. If you don't know, Orbidon's a triplet. I gave birth to triplets. Let me put them all on the screen. We have Orbidon, Magdal, Teekly. Magdal was a little fountain fairy that mutant cow. Love him. Then Teekly. Teekly, I didn't know what Teekly was going to be, but then we had the April Fool's Day Blue Quiggle, and then Teekly said, there. It was one of those moments where, like, leading up to it, you're like, what could this be? And then when the moment comes, like, there was no other choice. There was no other option. It was always going to be this for Teekly. Orbidon was always going to be a Mushroom Chia because Teekly, Magdal, and Orbidon are based off of animatronics from the E.T. ride at Universal Florida. 10 out of 10 ride, opening day attraction. They're going to tear it down in the next few years. I have to get down there and ride it before they do that. Anyways, this is based off of E.T.'s Adventure, a very scary movie. And these are E.T.'s cousins on E.T.'s home planet. And the whole point of the ride is we have to ride our little bicycle to E.T.'s home planet to help everything out. And so his friends, his cousins, are Teekly, Orbidon, and Magdal. And in the ride, Orbidon's a mushroom. So I made Orbidon a mushroom in Neopets. And then Magdal and Teekly are the names, but they're not necessarily a blue quiggle and a mutant cow, but I just like those Neopets. Anyways, I had the Shroom Chia Pop, and then Orbidon was in the lodge for 90 days, and then they got out of the lodge. So for the past few days, I've been letting them, every, like, Neopet de-bloat from the lodge, and I fed Orbidon, and I put everyone back in the lodge for another 90 days, so that was very exciting, and that's the only new thing. I'm underwhelmed. I don't know what a satisfying ending would have been, but it's fine. It's whatever. I don't have to see these characters again. Tavi's gonna go make amends with the little hiking people. And then Nyx is joining, and then Ozzy's not gonna be sad anymore, and then Vera's dead, question mark. Orion's gonna die under Marina's medical care. Put him in the barracks. Pretty please. And there's no more Queen Fiora. We now have a fairies council with 2 fairies. Of the library fairy can join the council, and not Marina. And the battle fairy can join. And Orion. And so they're gonna rule over Fairyland. Did Queen Fiora rule over all in Neopets? That's too much power for one Neopet, but she stepped down. So what are we gonna do with Queen Fiora? Who knows? And so the void within ends, not with a bang, but with a whimper. Okay. I have so many questions. None of them are gonna get answered, and I knew they weren't gonna get answered. On this, you can go back and watch my other plot videos. I'm like, yeah, a whole lot's not gonna happen from here, but I can't change anything. I refuse to learn how computers work and how code and email and all HTML, whatever. I'm not gonna learn how any of that works, so I can't go in and rechange anything. I can petition TNT to make Orion more present. But then next we have, what do we have? Outdoor Cup. I think on the 22nd, the teams start petitioning. Then the Outdoor Cup will take place in July. You're not going to see that on this channel. I've been saying that for a year. I do not like Outdoor Cup, even though everyone else does. Then we have Fairy Festival will be interesting. I guess there's no void, so Fairy Festival, I guess. Festival of Fears, Advent, Neopies. Is Carrie gonna be okay? She's ungray now, allegedly. But is that little spider, is she friends with the spider now? Doesn't matter, because we're not getting answers. So it's basically Easter. It's basically Festival of Eggs 2027, so time. Like, we're past the end of the year. We're in 2027 now. Let me know what you think, I guess. Hope you had fun. I had fun filming. Kind of. Some of these days. Some less than that. But what's next for me? I'll be back this weekend, probably. I don't know. I'm gonna get back to irregularly posting. I'm gonna try to post like 2 times a week. We will see. It'll maybe be 1 week. It'll maybe be 2 times a week. It might be 7 days a week. I'm not going to probably do every day of Outdoor Cup because I hate Outdoor Cup, but I will come in probably every day for Fairy Festival if we have it. Because, like, if we have the council, Queen Fiora is not going to lead anything. And we're not going to catch up with the crew. So there we go. I'm sleepy. I'm tired of the void, but the void is gone because of love. It's a very Disney ending. And okay. All right. Bye, I guess. Like there's no other choice. There's nothing left. And I knew I wasn't going to be satisfied, and I'm still not satisfied. Okay. I talk about Neopets. Maybe subscribe if you've been through this whole adventure with me and you haven't subscribed yet. I'll be doing some dailies. I'll be doing some Neopet news. I'll be doing whatever. If you have any video ideas, let me know. I'm DoubleCee. And I will see you all later on. Bye.